Oh, here we go. Hello.
Hi.
Again.
Hi. All right. So we're just getting started. If anyone's here, just say hi. I just want to let you know, Christy, that my email that I sent to ConvertKit hasn't gone out yet. So
Okay, I've sent mine.
yeah, I sent mine a while back, like
Okay.
yesterday, but not
Okay.
for this morning.
Okay. Okay.
But anyways, if you're here, hi, and please say hi in the chat box. The webinar is delayed about 30 seconds, just to let you know.
Say hi.
All
Hi,
right.
Sue. Sue's joined us.
Awesome. Yeah, my chat's not working, so I have no idea.
Okay.
Anyways,
Keep you
that's
up
great.
to date.
That's awesome. Thank you so much for those that are showing up. I know it's early in the morning wherever you are, and I'm just super excited. Christy's super excited. We're both excited to meet you and get to hang out with you. All right. I have my water. So yeah, if everyone can, if you're here, say hi. Tell us what you're doing, where you're at, what your kids are doing.
You know, it was definitely a busy holiday weekend here in the States, so it's nice to have things getting kind of back to normal around here.
I know. Black Friday is over. Cyber Monday is over.
Yeah, it's been busy. A lot of good deals out there. A lot of good deals this year.
Oh, for sure. I ended up buying a stock membership or a membership for stock photos because I'm addicted to photos.
Oh, me too.
So
There are some beautiful ones out there too.
yeah,
And
so I
people,
ended up grabbing that last night, and I did my Christmas shopping for my twins. So I managed to get that done.
oh, awesome. You're ahead of the game for sure.
Well, yeah, for some reason, the small town that we live in, they always like as soon as a sale goes on, it's sold out. And I can get things online, but I like to I'm like the immediate gratification, like I want it right now kind of thing.
Yeah, and then that little extra stress, the added stress of actually having it in your possession is, well, you know, it feels a lot nicer actually having it in your home and you're not wondering, is it going to make it here on time?
Exactly, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Okay, so it's just about time. I don't want to overextend this webinar. I'm going to guess between 45 minutes to an hour of this of your time. And I hope you stay. We're going to provide some great information to help you grow your email list if you're brand new. And so, yeah, let's. What do you think, Chrissy? Should we get started?
That sounds good to me.
Okay. So I'm just going to share my screen. And as a reminder for you, Christy, if you want to jump in, make sure to unmute your mic.
Sounds good. I'll go ahead and mute now.
Okay. So I'm just going to share the screen. All right, sorry, Christy, can you tell me if you can see this?
Yep, we look good.
Okay, great. All right, everyone. So for today, we're going to be talking about how to grow your email list, even if you're starting from zero. Oh, I see some chat people here. I see some people saying good morning. Thanks. Awesome. All right. So let's talk about who we are. I guess I'll go first. My name is Elna from Twins Mommy, and I started Twins Mommy, I guess, about a year ago. Before that, I I still am a freelance writer. I do writing for businesses online. I write blog posts mostly, and that helped me be able to stay home with my twins. And I recently started Twins Mommy just as a way to connect with other mom bloggers that are blogging or working from home. And I'm just excited to meet Christy and share this webinar with you. So Christy, if you want to tell a little bit about what you do and who you are.
Sure. Hi, everybody. I'm Christy, and as Elna has mentioned, I blog over at Splendid Blogger, where I help women create and grow blogs to earn an income from home. My blogging journey began when I recently decided to ditch my 9-to-5 marketing job at a global law firm and stay home to raise our little boy. Initially, my blog started out as more of a passion project to kind of help me connect with other women, other moms out there, and also to have kind of just a creative outlet as a new mom. But things changed up a bit when I realized that there are a lot of women out there just like me who really wanted to make an income from the comfort of their own home, whether it was to stay at home with their little kids or simply because they just wanted to be their own boss. So I decided to put my marketing skills to work, and I turned the focus of my blog into helping passionate women build a profitable blog of their own. So it really has been an amazing journey so far, and I'm super excited to see what the future holds. So I'm really pumped that you're all joining us today. I love that you are beginning your email lists with Elna and I here today. So thank you so much for being here.
Awesome. That was a great introduction, Christy.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, so let's do this. All right, so just as a reminder, let's try to be present. I know it might be hard if you have little ones in the home or there's a million things going on. Right now, my father-in-law's in the garage tinkering around and he's coming in and out of the house here and there. So it is quite crazy here, but I'll do my best. So turn off any distractions. Close those windows, those pages on your Facebook and all that great stuff. So, and we'll get started. All right, so I just have a quick question just to get some feedback of what how new you are to email. If you want, can you let me know if you do have an email list, how many subscribers you have? You can say less than 100, less than 500, or less than 1,000. That's something that I just need to gauge to make sure that the information that I'm providing will help you with your email list. Great. So I see that there's some new bloggers here, new email list people. Awesome. Congrats on starting your email list. Great. Great. I see Dr. Tony here. Awesome. All right, great. So I see a lot of people around the 0 to less than 100, less than 100. Okay, great. This is perfect. Awesome. So you're in the right place if you don't have an email list, you just started blogging, you have a small email list, and you're having a problem trying to attract new subscribers, which is a challenge for everyone, not just people that are brand new to blogging, but just for everyone. So I'm just going to give you a little case study to help you understand my journey of trying to grow my email list with Twins Mommy. So as I was saying, I started Twins Mommy around April of last year. And at that point, I decided to immediately start an email list as soon as I made that decision to start growing my blog. In my first month, I was able to attract around 54 subscribers. In the second month, went up to 203. In the third month, 643. And I was shocked and amazed at how I was growing my email list. I was using some new strategies that I never used on my other blogs that I created in the past. So a lot of these strategies that I use to initially grow my email list will be shared in this webinar today. All right, so today we're going to be talking about why email list is the lifeblood of your blog, the right way. There's a right way to grow your email list, how to optimize your blog for massive email growth. I'm going to show you a powerful way to double your email list each month. We're going to have a Q&A at the end of the session, so please stick around. And there's going to be a special offer just for you. I hope you stick around. All right, so let's get into email basics. Now, before I begin, if you have any questions, hold them till the end. You can put them in the chat, and Christy will make note of that. All right, so having a list helps you understand your audience on a much different level. What's so great about having a list is that you can start tailoring your content on your blog, your emails and everything for your audience so that you can serve them better. Because after all, blogging is a way to serve your audience. Sorry, excuse me. And as I was saying, it lets you understand your audience more. So for example, for me, I get emails here and there from people that sign up to my list, and they tell me how they enjoy my subscription and the type of content that I'm providing in my emails. Sorry. Sorry, I have a frog in my throat here. Let me just grab some water. Now, growing your email list should have a bigger goal than growing your social media followers. Now, I know everyone wants to grow their social media followers. I do. That is part of my goals, but it's not my main goal for my blog strategy. Because the real reason is that you don't own your social media followers. So even if you have 10,000 followers on Pinterest and 1,000 followers on Twitter and 500 likes on your Facebook page, those people aren't, you don't own them. And anytime you post, they may not see your posting. And then the final reason is that, Facebook or Pinterest may close its doors and you might have to pay to be on that platform. A while back, Pinterest, I almost had a mild panic attack because Pinterest was down for like 3 hours or something. And everyone on Twitter was contacting Pinterest asking what's going on. So that, for me, I had a mild panic attack because I thought my account was closed or something. I did something wrong. I pinned too much or something. So that was a little bit scary. And I was glad, though, that I had an email list of followers that I could still connect with. I don't know if you guys remember that, but did you remember that, Christy, when Pinterest was down? Like it was, what was it? It says February 7th, early this year.
I don't remember that, but I do recall hearing people talk about it. I recall hearing people talk about the slight panic attacks that they were having because a lot of us bloggers tend to rely on that a lot more than we should.
I know, eh? And yeah, earlier that year, that was exactly, I was growing my traffic with Pinterest, and the fact that I couldn't even log on for those 3 hours was hard. And yeah, I remember going when Melissa Griffin had her Facebook group. I mean, everyone was talking about it. So, but this is what I mean. Like, when you have your email list, at least you have that assurance that it's your subscribers. You can, if you decide to change email service providers, let's say you go somewhere else to a different email platform, you bring your subscribers with you. They're yours. So that's nice. And a final way is that your email converts better than any other medium. Businesses and blogs have proved time and time again that the email, or that the money, is in the list, because email is personal. And when people sign up, they want to get to know you and invest in you. And when you are authentic and transparent and personal with your subscribers, they will stay with you and buy from you time and time again. And this is what has proven to me with growing my email list. So I want to help you grow your email list, because when you have more subscribers, you have the more potential to have more income. So for those of you with an email list, what was the main reason for starting? I want to get to know why you started your email list. So tell us in the comments. Oops. All right. And then also let us know that if you have an email list, what was the main struggle? So I have some suggestions here. Figuring out your email service provider, like MailChimp, understanding your purpose of your email list, figuring out an incentive idea, or maybe not knowing how to grow your list with target subscribers.
I think that was big for me. When I first started out, my main struggle was really knowing where to start. As a new blogger, it can be so overwhelming with the amount of things you feel like you need to get done just to get your blog to a point where you're happy with it. So starting an email list seems so foreign to me. It stressed me out just to think about getting started with it.
Exactly. Yeah, that's a huge struggle for people. One struggle that I continually still have is what to email my list. because it's another content that you have to make. It's almost like another blog post that you have to create. And I don't want to always email my list, well, here's another blog post, or, here's what I'm doing on my blog. I want to provide those actionable tips because they sign up to my list, right? To find those tips for Pinterest or for social media, for Facebook, or any blog traffic tips and things like that. So that's what I always have to remember is, spend the same amount of time that I would in researching a blog post as I would for my email list. And making time for that is my struggle, at least. All right, so I see some people commenting. So finding the time, yes, to create freebies out and what to create, that's perfect. Tony says, I started so that I could find out what the pain points are so that I can create better content. That's perfect. So your initial strategy was to understand your audience, and that's perfect. That's what an email list will help you. All right, so let's look at the biggest mistake bloggers make when trying to grow their email list. I visited a lot of blogs and seen a lot of incentives on these blogs to help grow their list. And the one thing that I noticed with a lot of new bloggers is that their incentive is falling short. Now, if you're brand new to email marketing and understanding these terms, an incentive is an offer that you provide as a way to get people to sign up to your email list. People call these lead magnets. They call them freebies, incentives. So those are what we're talking about. I'm finding that these incentives aren't attracting their target reader because they're missing a key component of their incentive. So let's give some examples. Maybe your freebie is too vague, right? So 10 simple secrets to totally rock your family relationships can be a great freebie incentive, but I find that that's a little bit vague. What does totally rock your family mean? I really don't have an idea. And I don't know if this is for little kids, if it's just for like the family dynamics of your grandparents and you and your older kids. It doesn't really tell me much. So a better idea that I was thinking of is if your target audience are new moms with little kids, maybe you can do something like 10 simple secrets to improve the relationship with your child. And I just put here the wine stops here because I don't know about you, but my twins, they're going to be 5 in January, but I still am playing this wine game here. And so there's a lot of whining going on over here. So,
but I can relate in this house as well.
But if I saw this freebie, I'd be like, oh, what are these simple secrets to help me improve my relationship with my child? Because obviously there's something here that's missing. So I feel like if you can narrow down those specific features and results in the name of your freebie or the way you're going to promote your freebie, that will help attract that right subscriber.
I agree to that point. When I was just starting out with my blog, it took me a little bit to kind of hone in on this idea too of really making it as specific as possible. But once I did, I realized that that is where the magic is. It's all about understanding your readers and their needs and frustrations. So it's all about how you can help them solve their problems in the quickest and most efficient way.
Exactly. That's true. And not every freebie or incentive idea that you're going to create will skyrocket your email list. For another reason why your freebie is falling short is that it may not show the result. And this is what happened to me. I created a traffic accelerator challenge. It's a video challenge. It's still being offered, but I found that I wasn't resonating with my audience, mainly because I wasn't telling them the actionable result that you would get by taking this 6-day challenge. For example, boost your page views by 10K in 6 days kind of thing. So right now, when I launched this, I was really excited. It was my first video course that I've ever created that was free. Most of my courses are email. So I was like, oh, this is really exciting. But based on all my other incentives, it wasn't resonating. I wasn't getting a lot of signups. And it wasn't resulting in converting to sales eventually. So that showed me that I needed to change the message of this freebie, which I'm hoping to do in the new year. But the biggest mistake is not solving a problem with your freebie. So when you look back at the examples that I was giving you, they weren't really showing the message of what problem exactly they're solving. So if you can pinpoint that main problem of your audience, then you can solve it with a freebie that you're offering. So let's go into that a little bit. All right, so sorry, I'm just looking at the chat here because it's frozen for me. All right, so this goes back to understanding your audience. What are their challenges? What are their pain points? And what do they need help with the most? And this is something that one of the commenters, I think Tony, that was the initial reason of starting your email list. So how do you go from starting the email list and then knowing your audience and what they want? Let's do some examples first. So if you have a homeschool blog, let's say you started a homeschool blog, some ideas of what your target audience might be. Maybe they don't know what homeschooling is. They don't know how to start it. They want to know about a schedule as a homeschool parent. What does that look like? What are the tools do I need to start homeschooling? If I'm brand new to homeschooling, what do I need? Where's the curriculum? What do I teach? And that's if you're homeschool blogging, if you want to target like brand new people into homeschooling. Now you might have a different audience, but this is just an audience of someone that's brand new to homeschooling. For example, a parenting blog. Maybe you have a parenting blog. That's a big, broad niche, but maybe you want to track a certain type of audience. So maybe someone that's trying to balance being a mom and working. Maybe they want to know how to work from home, how to raise a child that doesn't whine, or how to prepare your child for school, or how to keep your little one busy for a long enough time so that you can do your chores or grow a business or something like that. So you can figure out your audience by understanding where they're coming from. All right, so let us know who is your target audience for your blog's niche. Now for Twins Mommy, it's moms who want to make money blogging. I know that. That's the people that I'm attracting. Christy, do you know who is your target audience for your blog?
Mine's quite similar to yours. Mine's a little more broad, specifically women who want to make an income from their own home.
Right, and that's fine. I mean, you can. When I first started Twins Mommy, I was trying to grab the attention of work-at-home moms with little ones. So I was specific. I wanted work-at-home moms with little ones, but I found that I was attracting like bloggers and mom bloggers. So that's when I started pivoting my target audience. And you can do that. If you're new to blogging, you can pivot. It's your blog and you can do what you want. So that's what I found.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like I'm still kind of doing that a little bit. I feel like it switches around depending on what's popular on my blog at the time and what a lot of the trends are.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so some of the comments are saying DIY craft people. That's awesome. So your blog is trying to attract people that want to do crafts on their own. That's perfect. All right, let me go to the next one here. All right, so let's look at how to optimize your blog for more subscribers. So now that you know your target audience and their pain points, you can come up with a valuable incentive to start growing your email list. But once you do that, where are you going to start placing these opt-in forms on your blog? These are examples of opt-in forms. These are places on your blog. They're usually framed by a box or an image, and then with a little sign-up box underneath. And I have some of Christie's here and some of mine. You can make them yourself, or the email service provider as well. They might have templates as well. But that's what ours looks like. So whether you're using MailChimp with a plugin or ConvertKit with some other email service provider, you do need to place an opt-in form on your blog. And the rule of thumb is the more opt-in forms you have on your blog, the higher chance of getting subscribers. So when you start thinking about this, think about the subscriber journey and where they're going on your blog. Where are they clicking? What do you think they're viewing? Those are the areas that you want to place an opt-in form. All right, so let's look at the 5 main places. The first one is your menu. People like to go and look at your menu to see what topics you're going to be talking about. So for example, This Mama Learns has a section here called Goodies Bag. That's kind of an incentive for me, like, oh, what does that mean? What do I get? To click on that and see what she's offering. The second is your header image. Now, based on your theme and any tools and little plugins that you're using, you can have a header image underneath your menu. So Christy of the CEO Mom, she changes this out every now and then, but I think this one is a quiz. So she has that as her header image. All right, the second one, or third one now, is your sidebar. If you've read from a lot of like marketing blogs, they do mention that the sidebar is sort of not the best place to place anything. People get what's called banner, is it banner blindness? Something like that, where they don't really look at the sidebar. But I'm finding that if you change it up a little bit and you promote your own things, that it gets like people will click. So for me, at least on my sidebar, it's another place to market other things. So I have popular posts as well as free incentives. And then another very popular place is at the end of a blog post. So here is Very Anxious Mommy, and she has, she created a little graphic there, and she has really good copy that says the ultimate list of 115 blogging resources, and she tells you exactly what they are. You get Pinterest group boards, Facebook groups, daily blog checklists, things like that. And just subscribe. And you can place that at the end of a blog post. Now, while you can have an opt-in form at the end of this blog post, why not create a specific incentive based on a blog post? And this is what's called a content upgrade. And this was my #1 way of starting to grow my email list. I never created any kind of content upgrades before I started Twins Mommy. And I thought, why not try this? Why not create a blog post? So here's one here, how my blog post got a featured snippet on Google and ranked #1. And in that blog post, I have a specific incentive or freebie that's called Rank in Google with Feature Snippets Checklist. So I just provide a checklist based on that blog post. So if people are interested, they can download that and see what just the main points from that blog post are.
Yes, go ahead. I was just going to say, to your point, I fully agree that the content upgrade is probably one of the best ways to grow your lists most quickly. On my blog, the content upgrade is super close to second to my free resource collection in terms of converting readers into subscribers. I really feel like a content upgrade works so well because your reader is clearly already interested in the specific topic. And if they're enjoying what you have to say in your post, they'd probably be inclined to snatch up your freebie and see what else you have to offer them on that particular subject. So yeah, content upgrade, I would say, is definitely one of my faves.
Yeah, definitely. And it was the same thing with me. When I first started, I couldn't believe how quickly my list was growing. And that's why the main reason was because I was able to create these specific content upgrades. Now, the downside to that is it takes a little bit more time. But something like offering a checklist shouldn't take too much time. You can create it easily. You can just pull from the subheads of your blog post and use that as your checklist items and just create a nice little graphic, and there you go. So you can make it a little bit streamlined with your blog post. Other incentives that I have on my blog are more like PDF guides. And so that takes a bit more time. But I feel that it's worth it. People still are opting into those guides. All right, so a simple hack to generate more subscribers. So for here is what I have, just a little screenshot of when what does it say? In 4 short months, I was able to grow to almost 1K subscribers. And that was based on doing content upgrades. So that's the little hack that if you can enable and put that in your blog post, I highly suggest you do that. And we'll go into later on about some ways you can do that later. All right, so The other place you can optimize your blog for more subscribers is the dedicated page or landing page. A landing page is a page on your blog that typically doesn't have a menu. It doesn't have a sidebar. It doesn't look like your blog's theme. It's just a page, and there's only one message, which usually is sign up to this cool, freebie that I'm offering. So it directs a reader right to that content. Or you can have a dedicated page. Now, here are some examples. I tend to use a dedicated page. So it's almost like a mini blog post to get people to read what this is about. If they click from Pinterest, they read a little snapshot, I get them interested, and then at the bottom is my sign-up form. Christy has a landing page here. So I'm not quite sure if you have a pin to it. You probably do. And then when people click on it, they can look at what they need help with, read what she's offering. She's offering blogger ebooks, checklists, guides, and more. So then you can sign up there. So you can do either way. I find that creating a page is easy. You can just do it if you're using WordPress. Just create up a page and treat it as a mini blog post. If you're using something like ConvertKit and even MailChimp with a plugin, you can create a landing page as well. All right, so a simple hack to generate more subscribers is creating multiple pins. If you're on Pinterest and if you're using Pinterest to help you grow your blog traffic, which is a great way, I mean, that's how I was starting to grow Transmami. I found that once I started creating multiple pins, I was getting more traffic, and then more people were signing up to my list. I was shocked and amazed. So what I ended up doing was I was looking at past blog posts that were shared the most, and then creating more pins on that. So for example, one of my popular posts is blog comments with this traffic generating tip. The first one here is the main pin that I created, and then I created an alternate pin. Then I created another alternate pin, and then I created a very off-brand pin here. So it's just another way to try to grab the attention of brand new people. You can use editing tools like Canva or like PicMonkey to create more pins, and then you can manually upload them to Pinterest if you want. Or if you know the code, there's a code that you can hide your pins, or you can even place them on your blog post. I know some bloggers place 2 or 3 different pins. They just put them in a small little thumbnail in the post, and you can do that as well.
I agree. I'm a huge lover of all things Pinterest, except when you randomly stick me in Pinterest gel and then I have a minor meltdown. But yeah, it's one of my favorite ways to promote incentives, and the number of eyeballs that it can get onto your freebie is just unmatched as far as I'm concerned.
I know, it really is, eh? All right, so I hope you found some great tips to help you grow your email list. I'm hoping you're saying, I love the webinar, but you're still stuck. You're still stuck with the technical and creative parts of growing your email list, which is totally understandable. To connect the dots from to creating that graphic to now putting it in your email list and then creating that opt-in form, it could seem like a challenge. And then how do you start nurturing your list once you have it so that you can monetize it later? I mean, that's the big question, is jumping from now that you have a list, well, what do you do with that list and how can you convert them into potential buyers later on? Well, I want to welcome you and introduce you to the List Perfection webinar bundle that we're offering. Me and Christy have spent a lot of time this month creating this just for you. So I want to introduce you to what we're offering to help you grow your email list. The first thing is a webinar exclusive. So thank you so much for sticking out to the end. We will do a Q&A at the end. We have provided the first steps to monetizing your list. It's filled with actionable tips to get you from starting your list to knowing how to monetize your list. And then I have Ready, Set, MailChimp for bloggers. It's a course to understand MailChimp so that you can start growing your email list. But what's the great thing about this course that's not like any other MailChimp course is that I show you how to use MailChimp as if you were using something like ConvertKit or a paid email service provider. With using a little simple hack, we're able to create multiple freebies. I'm able to create free landing pages this way. And you have one major list that you can email. And you don't have to pay for duplicate subscribers if you're using MailChimp. But I also have great information on how to create your opt-ins, how to create those incentive guides. I have a webinar, or not a webinar, a little training on using Google Slides and using Canva and things like that. And Christy has offered her new course. So why don't you tell us about this?
Yeah, the Irresistible Freebie. This is a brand new course that I created for the new blogger or even the experienced blogger just looking to further boost your email list. The course teaches the fundamentals of perfecting a freebie that converts readers into quality subscribers. So the course covers the key ingredients that make up an irresistible freebie. I also cover solid methods to research freebie ideas. We discuss awesome resources to create your freebie, and we also talk about the criteria to determine the perfect freebie name for your freebie. And lastly, we go over the effective ways to promote your freebie. So we start with the very basics of what a freebie is, and we work our way all the way to how to promote your freebie for success.
I think that's awesome, Christy, because I think your course is a nice complement to mine because you go into that beginner part of creating that and finding that idea, which is really important because that will help you grow your email list if you have that right idea. And then as a thank you, I'm also offering a Ready Set Blog for Traffic. There's over 700 happy students in this course. I give you my proven blog traffic recipe that has helped me grow not only Toontuami, but my other blogs. I have case studies in there. I show you exactly what I did to grow 10,000 page views in 1 month. And this is actually the perfect time to do it because this is when I did it during this time. And I give you lots of other freebies like a swipe file with email templates and doing influencer blogger outreach and getting those guest post spots and things like that, as well as a great resource list of 240 Pinterest group boards in 17 different niches that you can sign up to. So that's awesome. And you know what? This is considered over $120 value, but we're providing it today for only $50. So the button is right below this video. If you're interested in growing your email list with both Christy and I, and we would be happy to see you join us. Do you have anything to add, Christy?
I think I'm excited. I'm really excited for this bundle, and I feel like this is something that I would have loved to have had, when I was first starting out. I think it eases a lot of the frustration and questions and, just the difficulties that you're encountering as a new blogger. So I'm excited to share this with everybody.
Yes. You know what? I'm just looking at here. I'm going to stop sharing because, oh, hi. Can you see me?
I can see you.
Awesome. All right. So I don't know if there was any questions or not. I'm just going through the comments here and seeing if there's, but we can chit chat for a few minutes. I did end this kind of early. I guess I was talking a lot. But if you have any specific questions about my journey to growing my email list or Christy's journey, or about specific that we're using, let me know and we can answer your questions. I know for me, like I was saying, once I had that email list, it's, what do you do when you have a product? Like, I don't know about you, but do you feel like as a new blogger, that's one of the first priorities is to start your email list, even if you don't have anything to sell?
Oh, I see. We have a question from Tony. She's asking, do you use something in particular to create an attractive landing page or a thank you page?
For me, I just use well, mine's customized, but in the MailChimp course that I have, we use a simple plugin that's free to use, and you can just create a landing page based on that. I know if you're using ConvertKit has landing pages. I know from a lot of bloggers, they're not the best looking, but it comes with your email service provider. With MailChimp, it's free. Options you have to sort of pay, right? Christy, I know like Lead Pages or Opt-in Monster, things like that. Well, I don't think Opt-in Monster provides landing pages, but something like that, or Bloom, I think, is another one.
Yeah, and those can get expensive.
They can. So if you can find a way that's a bit cheaper, that's why, like, with the MailChimp, I provide a free way to do that. And same thing with the thank you page. With me, I set up a page on my WordPress blog that's just a thank you, and you use that URL. Oops. And you can link to that in your email. When people sign up, you can direct them to a thank you page and do that easily. Or I see someone that's already taking Ready, Set, MailChimp for bloggers. That's awesome. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Email me, and if you want to get into Ready, Set, Blogger traffic, I'll let you in since you already have the course, and I can give you, we can work on something like that. Anyways. All right.
Okay. Just looking through the comments here, we have somebody asking, what is a good open rate we should be shooting for?
Are you talking about an open rate for general emails or an open rate for your incentive? I think for me, my emails, and when I send an email every week, my open rates tend to be around between 25 and 35% open rate. But that's based on how many subscribers you have. Generally, the more subscribers you have, the lower your open rate's going to be. And then you have to start doing other strategies to increase that open rate. And the biggest thing that I suggest is to scrub your list. And scrubbing your list is removing all those cold subscribers that don't open your emails. That hurts your open rate. Reputation when you have a lot of people that aren't engaging in your list. It's one of the factors to help boost your email reputation so that you have a good email list. So scrubbing your list every 3 months is good practice as you're growing your list. And then also you can consider doing single opt-in or a double opt-in. That also has some implications of having an engaged list or not.
And then we have Sue. She's asking, she's letting us know she has a website that sells baby blankets with a blog. She's asking, should I use this blog to drive traffic? To drive traffic, grow it, and hopefully monetize, or should I start a separate blog?
Okay. I remember you're in my Mom to Mompreneur group, and you do sell baby blankets. If you want to sell more baby blankets, yeah, I would have a blog for your baby blanket business, and then try to grow your traffic to get more eyes on your blog. But the best way to do that is to create those blog posts around your product and around your target audience. If they're brand new moms, then providing those helpful tips on your blog, and then providing incentives that you can eventually funnel into offering these baby blankets that you have. I don't know if you have any other tips, Christy, but I think stick with the blog and grow your traffic and not create a new one, I don't think.
Yeah, I fully agree with everything that you say there. I would stick with the blog or stick with the blog that you have right now to continue growing traffic toward that you already have going.
For sure. And it's just, like I said, finding out, once you do that, then you can sort of figure out in like the comment section when people comment on your posts, Sue, then you can see where their challenges are. And then that's where you can start creating new content and maybe new freebie ideas as a way to say, well, look, this mom's really struggling with swaddling her babies, and the baby gets out of that swaddle blanket all the time, and I don't know what to do. Maybe you can provide a freebie on a video course on different ways to swaddle your baby or using your blankets. Just some ideas like that, maybe. It's been a while since I've been a new mom.
That's actually an awesome idea. I'd go for that incentive.
Yeah. Well, I remember when we had the babies, I had no idea how to swaddle the baby, and the nurse had to teach my husband because I had some complications after I had my twins, so I wasn't in the room. had to sit there and try to learn it over and over again. But the poor nurse was so busy. She's like, here, let me do it for you. That's what she ended up doing. And so, yeah, like we had to I think YouTube it and try to figure out how do you swaddle a baby? I have no idea.
Yeah, it's definitely an art.
For sure. But yeah, so my comments aren't working, so I can't see if anyone has any more questions or anything, but
I don't see anything now. Here's Sue. She's asking what an open rate is.
Mm-hmm. An open rate for your emails. So if you have an email list and you're sending emails, let's say you send emails once a week, the email service provider that you're on, if it's MailChimp or MailerLite or ConvertKit, will show you the analytics for that email. So they'll tell you that it was sent on that day to how many subscribers, and then it should give you some percentage of your open rate. And that open rate is how many people clicked on your email to read it. Some email service providers also give you the delivered, that they delivered it, but they didn't open it. So you have that rate as well. And then the click rate, if you have a link in that email, then it'll show you the percent of how many people clicked on that link. So I think that's what you're asking as far as the open rate. But yeah. All right. So as I was saying, you can grab this the List Perfection Bundle for, like I said, the value is $120. We're offering it to you guys that attended for $50. We'll send out an email just thanking you so much. And if there's anything else, just let us know. But I think hopefully, I don't know, Christy, if you have anything else.
No, I think everything that we wanted to go over today is covered. There's some great questions. And I'm excited for everybody who's been here and joined us this morning.
Yes, thank you so much. And thank you for, yes, it's early. Well, I'm on the East Coast and I know you're not, but you're on it's early for you.
It's early. It's an early day. It's good though.
Yeah, I know. Get up early now. We can do a whole bunch of things, eh?
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you so much. Thank you for coming and joining us and telling us about you and your story. I love it. I love getting to know my subscribers and getting the people. If you're in the Facebook group, Mom to Mompreneur, come join us. And yeah, I hope you have a great day and enjoy your day.
Bye.
Bye.